Celine Tam was the tiny powerhouse with the big voice that stunned millions on America's Got Talent. At just 9 years old, she captivated judges and viewers alike with her incredible vocal talent, leaving everyone wondering, where would this little star go next? From Hong Kong's hidden gem to rising sensation, Celine's journey to stardom began long before that fateful audition. But what happened after the spotlight faded? Did she find the success she dreamed of? Or did the pressures of the industry push her down a different path? Let's dive into the story of Celine Tam's extraordinary rise to fame. Celine Tam, from hidden gem to rising star. Celine Tam, born on November 22, 2007, was always destined for greatness. Raised in Hong Kong, she was not just any ordinary little girl. She was a child prodigy whose musical gift was immediately recognized by her parents. In particular, her father, Dr. Steve Tam, a man who was both a loving father and a passionate music teacher, played a pivotal role in her musical development. Dr. Tam's journey into music was not straightforward. Originally, he had pursued a career in business administration, as many young people do, but when he heard his daughter sing for the first time, everything changed. He realized that her talent couldn't simply be ignored or left to chance. This realization spurred a drastic change in Dr. Tam's life. He chose to shift his focus from the corporate world to music, founding the Singing New Music Center in 2013, a school designed to nurture young talent in Hong Kong. The center soon became a hub for aspiring singers, but Celine was the shining star at its core. Dr. Tam dedicated himself to developing his daughter's raw talent, using all his knowledge as a vocal coach to help her refine her skills. Every note, every lesson was aimed at one goal: to make Celine's dream of stardom a reality. The defining moment, a car ride that changed everything. Celine's musical journey, however, truly began long before she ever took the stage for a televised competition. It all started in the most ordinary of settings: a car ride. As her parents drove, music played in the background, and little Celine, barely more than a toddler at the time, began to sing along. But this was no ordinary singing. She was belting out Celine Dion's iconic "My Heart Will Go On," a notoriously difficult song known for its powerful soaring notes. The Tam family watched in awe as Celine effortlessly hit every note with perfect pitch and emotion. At that moment, they knew they were witnessing something extraordinary. Her voice wasn't just sweet, it had depth, power, and maturity that seemed far beyond her years. Her parents, especially her father, saw this as a sign. Celine's singing was more than a hobby. It was a gift. From that moment on, Dr. Steve Tam took on the role of her vocal coach, utilizing his extensive knowledge and skills to shape and guide her through a journey of vocal development. They worked together on perfecting her technique, refining her voice, and building her confidence. It wasn't just about teaching her to sing. It was about preparing her to take on the world of music. Every practice session, every piece of advice was about helping Celine develop the strength to pursue her dream, one that was becoming more attainable with each passing day. A first break. A star is born in China. By the age of 7, Celine was already showing signs of the star she would become. In 2014, she took a brave step onto a televised singing competition in China, one that would mark the beginning of her rise to fame. She performed "You Raise Me Up," a song that, at the time, was often associated with powerful voices and emotional delivery. Celine's performance stunned the judges and the audience. With a voice that was as mature as it was powerful, she captured the essence of the song with emotion and grace, delivering a rendition that left the crowd in awe. Her performance instantly captured the attention of the public, and she became a rising star in China. It wasn't just her impressive vocal range that won people over, but the depth of feeling she brought to every note. She wasn't just singing the song, she was living it, feeling it, and sharing that experience with everyone who watched. Celine's raw talent was undeniable, and this performance marked her first big break. As her fame spread, new opportunities began to present themselves. Later that same year, Celine partnered with Canadian singer Jeffrey Lee for a duet of You Raise Me Up, which charmed audiences and further solidified her place in the public eye. The duet caught the attention of music producers in the United States, and before long, Celine's talent was crossing borders. The road to Little Big Shots. By 2015, Celine's burgeoning career had gained enough momentum for her to land a spot on the hit television show Little Big Shots, hosted by Steve Harvey. The show was designed to showcase the talents of young performers, and Celine was the perfect fit. By this time, she had already built up an impressive fan base and was rapidly becoming known for her powerful voice and charismatic stage presence. On Little Big Shots, she performed with the kind of ease and confidence that belied her young age. She wasn't just a little girl singing, she was a seasoned performer who had already honed her craft. Her appearance on the show introduced Celine to an even wider audience and helped cement her place as one of the brightest young stars in the entertainment world. But while she had achieved so much at such a young age, she wasn't about to stop there. Her ultimate goal was clear: to audition for America's Got Talent, the ultimate platform for aspiring performers. Celine knew that this was the moment she had been waiting for, the opportunity to show the world what she was truly capable of. America's Got Talent, a moment to shine. 2017 was the year that everything changed for Celine. At just 9 years old, she finally had the chance to audition for America's Got Talent, a stage that has launched the careers of some of the world's most talented performers. When Celine stepped onto that iconic stage, it was clear that she was ready for her big break. The nerves that might have plagued a lesser performer were absent. Instead, she exuded a calm confidence that immediately drew the audience's attention. There was something magnetic about her: her bright smile, her composed demeanor, and that unmistakable spark that made everyone in the room lean in just a little closer. Celine's introduction was as charming as it was memorable. She mentioned her younger sister, Dion, in her introduction, a sweet and subtle nod to her parents' love for music and their admiration of Celine Dion. This personal touch immediately connected her to the judges, and they were all intrigued. When Simon Cowell, known for his sharp critiques, asked what song she would be performing, Celine revealed that she would be singing My Heart Will Go On by her namesake, Celine Dion. The excitement in the room was palpable as the first notes of the song began to fill the air. Celine's voice, powerful yet tender, reverberated throughout the theater. The audience was stunned, and as she effortlessly hit the high notes, it became clear that they were witnessing something special. Celine's voice was rich and emotive, with a maturity that belied her young age. It was the kind of performance that makes you stop in your tracks and listen. As Celine finished her rendition, the audience erupted into applause, giving her a standing ovation that seemed to go on forever. The judges were equally impressed. Simon, often stingy with his praise, called her voice unbelievable, and Heidi Klum marveled at her stage presence, noting the joy and confidence she radiated. Mel B praised her impressive vocal technique, while Howie Mandel, visibly moved, declared Celine to be a true star. There was no question. Celine Tam was heading to the next round, the golden buzzer moment. For her follow-up performance, Celine chose to sing "How Am I Supposed to Live Without You" by Michael Bolton. Once again, she captivated the audience, raising the stakes and demonstrating that her talent was not a fluke. The excitement reached a new level when Laverne Cox, who was serving as a guest judge that night, stood up, visibly moved by Celine's performance. Without hesitation, she hit the golden buzzer, sending Celine straight to the live shows and guaranteeing her a place in the competition. In that moment, Celine made history as the first Chinese performer to ever receive a golden buzzer on America's Got Talent. It was a moment of triumph not only for Celine, but also for her family and fans, who had supported her every step of the way. But while her AGT journey was just beginning, Celine's path to stardom had only just started. A heartfelt meeting with her idol. Although Celine's AGT journey ultimately ended in the semi-finals, it was clear that her career had only just begun. Her performance had garnered international attention, and she had already touched the hearts of millions. But there was one dream that Celine had always held close to her heart: to meet her idol, Celine Dion. After her AGT appearance, Celine took to Twitter to share her gratitude for the experience and expressed her ultimate wish: to meet the legendary singer. Her video singing "My Heart Will Go On" went viral, and within a week, something incredible happened. Celine Dion herself reached out to young Celine Tam, congratulating her on her performance and inviting her and her family to one of her Las Vegas shows. When Celine and her family arrived in Las Vegas, they were warmly welcomed by Celine Dion, who was just as gracious and kind as they had imagined. The two Celines met in person, and it was a moment that would forever be etched in Celine Tam's heart. For Celine, meeting her idol wasn't just about the music. It was about the person behind the music, someone who had been a role model for so long, inspiring her to pursue her dreams. A bright future ahead. Celine Dion's words to Celine Tam were simple yet profound. You've got a bright future ahead, and don't ever give up on your dreams. These words resonated deeply with Celine, giving her the encouragement and inspiration she needed to continue her journey. From that moment on, Celine poured herself into her music, determined to honor her idol's faith in her and push herself to new heights. Celine's rise to fame had been swift, but it was clear that her journey was far from over. The pressures of competition, the scrutiny of the public eye, and the expectations of her fans were formidable. But Celine Tam faced them all with grace and determination. With her powerful voice, her dedication to her craft, and the unwavering support of her family, Celine Tam was ready to take on the world. The future was bright, and nothing could stand in her way. The rumors. Family under fire. As Celine's fame grew, so did the whispers. The first rumors to emerge were centered around her father, Dr. Steve Tam, and his role in her career. Some critics suggested that he was using his daughter's success to boost his own career, pointing to his album releases and occasional performances. These allegations portrayed him as a man more focused on his personal ambition than his daughter's well-being. It was a hurtful narrative for both Celine and her father, as it directly contradicted the reality of their relationship. Dr. Steve, a man who had spent years shaping his career as a music teacher and vocal coach, had always placed Celine's dreams above his own. His career in music was built around guiding young voices, with his own success secondary to the joy he found in helping others. But when Celine's talents began to surface, he shifted his focus to ensure that she had the best possible foundation for her musical career. The rumors were nothing more than an unfortunate distraction from the incredible bond they shared and the years of hard work they had invested in her development. Celine's defense. Standing by her father. Despite the rumors, Celine remained resolute. She knew her father's heart and the lengths he went to in order to ensure her success. His guidance was not just professional, it was deeply personal. Dr. Steve had been her first teacher, her first mentor, and her unwavering supporter. From a very young age, he recognized her incredible voice, and he made it his mission to help her refine her talent. The rumors about his motives were devastating for Celine, but she stood by her father's side. She had always known that he only had her best interests at heart, and seeing him hurt by the accusations was difficult to bear. Yet, she remained determined to focus on the positive aspects of her career: the music, the fans, and the joy she felt when performing. Dr. Steve's response. Taking a stand. Fed up with the persistent rumors, Dr. Steve took matters into his own hands. He felt it was time to set the record straight, not just for his own peace of mind, but for Celine's as well. As a father and a teacher, he felt a deep responsibility to protect his daughter's reputation, especially when it was being unfairly tainted. In a series of interviews, he addressed the accusations head-on, emphasizing that he had never used Celine's success for his own benefit. Dr. Steve also took the opportunity to address another aspect of the rumor mill: the allegations of him poaching students. These rumors suggested that he was encouraging students from other music schools to join his own academy, hoping to boost his profile. In response, Dr. Steve clarified that his focus had always been on his students' growth, not his personal fame. His passion for teaching and his devotion to Celine's development had never been driven by ego or self-interest. He even went as far as sharing proof of his real doctorate, hoping to clear up any misunderstandings about his qualifications and motivations. Despite his best efforts to set the record straight, the rumors didn't vanish overnight. Some people still harbored doubts, and the negativity surrounding Celine's family became increasingly difficult to ignore. But Celine and Dr. Steve remained a united front. Their bond was unshakable, and the love and support they shared for each other stood as a testament to their strength. The role of Celine's mother. A pillar of support. Behind every great success is often an equally strong support system. For Celine, that pillar was her mother, Ze Shan. Ze was the calm and steady presence in their household, always by her husband's side, helping him balance the demands of being both a father and a mentor to Celine. She witnessed firsthand the dedication Dr. Steve had toward Celine's success. He was not just a father, but a coach, guiding her through the challenges of the music industry. When the rumors intensified, Z stood firmly by her family, supporting both Celine and Dr. Steve through the tough times. She understood that the gossip was just that, noise that would eventually fade as people saw the true story unfold. Z's quiet strength gave Celine the emotional resilience she needed to keep her eyes on the prize and continue focusing on her music and performances. Public perception, a turnaround. As time passed, the public began to see through the negativity and rumors. People started to recognize Celine's undeniable talent, which had always been the driving force behind her rise to fame. Her performances on America's Got Talent had captivated millions, and her ability to connect with audiences through her voice was unmatched. With every performance, Celine proved herself not just as a talented young singer, but as a rising star in the music world. The rumors that once dominated headlines slowly began to lose their power, replaced by admiration for Celine's raw talent and poise. Her family's dedication to her growth as an artist was undeniable, and their unwavering support became evident in the way Celine carried herself on stage and off. The gossip no longer held the same weight, and instead, Celine's genuine love for music and her commitment to her craft took center stage. A major break, the Ellen DeGeneres Show. As Celine's reputation grew, so did the opportunities that came her way. One of the most significant moments in her career came when the Ellen DeGeneres Show invited her to perform. Ellen, known for spotting young talent, had been following Celine's progress on America's Got Talent and was impressed by her remarkable voice and stage presence. Ellen's invitation to Celine was a dream come true for the young singer. It was a platform that would introduce her to an even wider audience, offering her the chance to perform for millions of viewers across the globe. For Celine and her family, the journey to Ellen's stage was an exciting one. Traveling from Hong Kong to the United States for the show was a major undertaking, but it was a necessary step in furthering Celine's career. Celine's parents were immensely proud of her, and they were thrilled to watch her shine on such a prestigious platform. The moment Celine stepped onto the stage at Ellen's show, the audience's excitement was palpable. Celine's performance was nothing short of spectacular, and Ellen herself was in awe of the young singer's talent. After the performance, Celine joined Ellen for a heartwarming interview, where she spoke about her love for singing, the importance of family, and how much her dad had helped her grow as an artist. The interview was a beautiful moment that showcased Celine's maturity and grace, even at such a young age. Ellen's admiration for Celine was evident, and the show solidified Celine's place in the entertainment world. The future beyond music. Celine's journey didn't stop with her performance on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. It was just one of many stepping stones in her burgeoning career. After the show, she returned to Hong Kong, where she continued to refine her craft. The exposure from Ellen's show brought her even more opportunities, and Celine's fan base continued to grow. She was invited to perform at prestigious events, her name becoming synonymous with talent and grace. One of Celine's most impressive achievements came in 2018, when she won the Mozart Music King #1 battle, a major televised competition in Hong Kong. Her victory was a testament to her vocal prowess, as she triumphed over some of the best singers in the region. This win solidified her status as a rising star, and it further validated the years of hard work she and her family had put into her career. In 2019, Celine competed in World's Got Talent in China, where she performed an original song and earned the coveted Golden Buzzer, a moment that marked another significant milestone in her journey. Despite not winning the competition, Celine's performance left an indelible impression, showing that she was more than just a young singer. She was an artist with immense potential. Expanding her impact. Ambassador for Room to Read. In 2020, Celine expanded her reach beyond music when she became an ambassador for Room to Read, a global organization dedicated to literacy and gender equality in education. This role allowed Celine to use her platform to make a difference in the lives of children around the world. She passionately advocated for the importance of education and worked tirelessly to raise awareness and funds for the organization. Her work with Room to Read reflected a side of her that many fans had not seen before, a young artist who was dedicated to making the world a better place. Celine Tam today, a star with a bright future. Today, Celine continues to be a force in the entertainment world. With over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and a strong presence on Instagram, she remains connected to her fans, sharing her life and her music with them. Her performances continue to dazzle audiences, and her commitment to her craft remains unwavering. Celine's journey is a testament to her dedication, her family's support, and the power of perseverance. Celine Tam's story is far from over, and the world is eager to see where her talent will take her next.